Okay, well, over the first 2 weekends of the Six Nations, the game on the Sunday has been the match of the weekend. We had a fantastic game at Twickenham yesterday. What can we expect this afternoon? After the anthems, commentary will come from Jonathan Davis and Andrew Cotter.
Thank you very much. And now for Scotland.
A wonderful noise to follow the flames and the fireworks and a full house at Murrayfield for the first time for this fixture since 1994. Much expected of Stuart Hogg. An indicator there is still a big groundswell of support for the Scottish side. Huge numbers of French supporters as well. Scotland's back row, so impressive so far, had to be tweaked today. John Barclay, not by nature a blindside flanker, fills in there with the injury to Alistair Strokosh. With no Ewan Murray, Jeff Cross continues at tight head prop and is keen to make himself more than just a Sunday replacement. The Edinburgh halfbacks, Blair and Laidlaw, finished in Cardiff. They start here, ready to switch around at 9 and 10. Graham Morrison is back in the centre. Max Evans will be missed, but can Hogg provide some sparkle? Today we see the France side that should have played against Ireland, led by Dusautoir. It's a pack of huge experience, except for the very talented Toulouse lock, Johan Maestri, who earns his second cap. And it's a similar tale in the back line. Among the old hands, Clermont centre Wesley Fofana is the relative new boy who scored a try in his debut against Italy and of whom great things are expected. And among the replacements, while Glasgow standoff Duncan Weir still waits for his debut, the only player not to come off the bench in Wales, the French bench is simply packed with talent. The atmosphere continues to build and Wayne Barnes is there. He was in charge in Dublin, of course, when Ireland played Wales, and for Scotland's World Cup pool game against Argentina as well. What do you expect, Mr. Davis?
Well, there's a great atmosphere. There's a lot of French over here supporting their side, so I expect, Scotland to dominate territory and possession. Hopefully Stuart Hogg will have a great home debut. A lot of expected of him, but he's got to just make sure he does the basics well first and foremost. But I think conditions are perfect.
They certainly are. The countdown is finished. Scotland's shirts are pristine and white whenever France come to visit, and they're two-tone shirts today. And they get their first hands on the ball from Laidlaw's start. And immediately it goes high from Morgan Parra. And immediately a sound of Allez les Bleus around Murrayfield. Really thousands upon thousands of French fans here. Good carry by Graham Morrison. And then Denton, a little bit of a fumble from him, but went backwards.
Well,
still with Scotland and carried by Jeff Cross.
Yeah, there's a penalty, I think, for Scotland. So if there's no advantage, they will have good field position.
And there is the penalty. They'll come back for that now, and a bright enough start for Scotland.
Yeah, I thought there was a knock-on with Denton there, which the officials missed.
Certainly looked like it. And this is probably just about at the edge of Laidlaw's reach.
Be interesting. He's going for goal.
A very accurate kicker, but perhaps doesn't have quite the biggest boot, and that's what he faces.
Here we are, there's Denton taking the ball in. I think that's a knock-on, and the official didn't see it, so hope Scotland make the most of this opportunity. Difficult first kick for Greg Laidlaw.
Is it going to reach? It is not.
No, way short, unfortunately, but...
Oh, well, Rougerie took that, and then a wild kick from France. Out she goes, and Scotland will have a decent position.
Well, you know, that would have been the same field position they'd have had if they'd have gone to touch. So, first attacking opportunity for Scotland.
It's long, and it works for Scotland. Barkley is there, offloads to Blair, gets it down. And Scotland within 15 metres or so. Jim Hamilton tries to dig on a little bit.
Yeah, it's very slow ball for Scotland, unfortunately. Good offload in the tackle, but it's very slow.
Captain Ross Ford carries it now. And Scotland making some progress early on. And still going as the noise picks up. Blair is hammered back.
Good tackle. Just watch the number of French people in that ruck. Just watch, they go in, they stand off.
Just a pause for a moment. Blair looks to his man outside, who is, well, it always seems to be Ross Ford.
Good clear out. Lash! Jacobson.
French told to leave it. Still they go, Jim Hamilton. Richie Gray alongside him. Denton fancies a go. Taken down by Nicolas Mas. Behind Rennie it goes, and Lee Jones is trying to salvage that one.
Well, that was a poor pass, really took momentum out of the movement. The trouble is now, it's very slow ball by Scotland. Defence is set, very difficult to do anything.
So a bit further back now, they try through Richie Gray. Always takes some hauling down. Wider it goes now. 11 phases, but France are pushing Scotland back to the edge of the 22. Rennie delays and then gives it to Stuart Hogg. On Blair, almost sneaks through himself, but straight into Nicolas Mas. 14 phases, and again creeping onwards.
Just watch the French, hold him up, he's not going to ground there, and it's a turnover. Rougerie pick them all, they just wrap themselves around him, hold him up, and all up possession.
Well, you have to applaud the French defence, and it's almost as if they seem to enjoy that early test.
Yeah, the problem they got is the fact that, you know, it was slow ball through the phases, very difficult. You watch a number of French players committing to the ruck, hardly any, so there's a lot of defenders out there.
So first scrum of the match, Scotland have a bit of a weight advantage, most of that in the chunks provided by Gray and Hamilton. Richie Gray has 20 stone.
Timing.
But weight is not everything in scrummaging.
Touch. Pause. Both sides. Both ones, please hold.
No pause. Scotland know they have to have parity in the scrums at least if they're to compete today.
Crouch.
Oh, it's very slow, this,
Touch.
isn't it?
Pause. Engage.
Again, very good scrum by France. Nudges on.
Knock on though, and again it's with Scotland again. They have the chance this time. It's Sean Lamont carrying.
That's better ball, quick ball.
Long floated pass.
Yeah.
Didn't do any favours to cross out there.
No, it didn't.
Will they try again? And Laidlaw, little poke, half charge down. Hogg looking for it. Lee Jones tries to fall on it.
Well, they still got possession, knock on.
Breaking up a little bit if Scotland can find the spaces.
If they go wide now, again, it's so slow coming out. There were numbers out wide.
So they do it through the slower, steadier means. Laidlaw wide now to Hogg. No way through for him to dance there. The French defence is well set. Denton straight into Johan Maestri and company. And again, Scotland pounding away, but it's all being soaked up by the French defence. Back to Morrison. And Hogg this time almost frees himself around Rougerie.
Good tackle, Rougerie. I think Hogg has the ability to, you know, pick a defender and run at him. Maybe a forward.
Loose pass again, and Scotland for a moment at a standstill once more. Laidlaw gives it wide to Lee Jones, and now to Hogg, and Hogg for the try. He is there, and Scotland have their reward.
What a debut, a home debut for Stuart Hogg. They were patient, they waited, they kept the width, and then that was the pass. Very, very good start by Scotland.
Give him the build-up, and he has delivered. Within 8 minutes, Scotland were knocking away for a while, and finally it came.
Yeah, it's a poor pass, and sometimes that puts the defence on the back foot. Just watch them. They're short on the right-hand side. Rougerie is there. Good pass, lovely finish. But just a drop pass, and most of the French defenders go round to the right-hand side. They go the other way. Laidlaw flips a pass. There's a lovely pass. I think it's Jones, and that's a very good finish.
And in the end, when it finally came, this elusive try for Scotland, it looked fairly simple because they'd done a bit of hard work.
It was, and so often you see that when the pass hits the ground, then the defence is in total disarray. There are too many numbers.
The conversion from the touchline as well for a right footer is very good from Laidlaw, and Scotland have a 7-point lead after 9 minutes.
Well, that should give them confidence now. They've had all possession, all the territory, and more importantly for Scotland, they've turned all that pressure into points, and not only a penalty or a drop goal, for them, the psychological boost of scoring a try.
Well, France will be certain to hit back. You fancy Dusautoir has it from the restart. Worked well for France. Nothing doing there for Tranduc. First real foray towards the Scottish 22. Zarzewski is there, the hooker. And Rougerie decides to go back the other way to Maxime Médard. And the fullback a little stumble on the turf.
Hands off, captain. Hold. Good.
possession and territory, I'm sure, might be in Scotland's favour, you would fancy.
I think so, just slightly.
France have a small piece of pie, but they have the ball now.
Good defence there, very, very good defence.
He's off his feet. Don't touch it,
Jeff
one.
Cross with a big hit. Just watch him stacking the short side though, the French.
Well, France now are being slowed down.
Yeah. It's crucial now that Scotland absorb this pressure just after they've scored. Give them a little bit of breathing space.
Well, a fumble forward from the captain, the player of the year last year, Thierry Dusautoir, and his mistake reprieved Scotland there.
And again, on this occasion, you know, they'd hope to have a solid scrum. And Lead looking just put the boot to it and then get down into the French half again. That's just a mistake by the World Player of the Year.
Second row.
Must have been a slow year. No, he's a tremendous player, Dusautoir. Has been for a long time. Inspirational captain.
Crouch!
Well, Scotland's ball, but once
Touch.
again France will look to put the squeeze on.
Pause! Engage! Same ball, just unstable. Went up on the other side.
A lot of chat from Jim Hamilton down there.
Good
He and Ross
discipline on the
Rennie
hold.
are the
Good
chattiest
discipline on
players
the
in the Scotland side.
Deuxième lead. Crouch. Touch.
But
Pause.
it looks like Stewart.
Early blue.
Well, early hit by France that time, says the referee, and Blair takes it away from the free kick and kicks long towards mid-arc. The Toulouse fullback returns it towards Denton, who can only watch as it bounces beyond him into touch. Good kick from mid-arc.
Yeah, it's best just to, you know, leave that get into touch and try and take a difficult
Perfect on the hole.
catch.
Couloir. Set, s'il vous plaît. Set. Come closer.
Never want to tempt fate, but Scotland, you know, the only side who haven't lost a line out in this championship yet.
Got
That one
5.
unchallenged as Barkley took it and stopped giggling. Scotland just take their time for a moment. Blair looking at the forward, standing outside him. Gives it to Jeff Cross. Barkley tries to
That's a good run, good
hand
pick
off.
up.
Nicola Mass in his way.
He needs a support runner with him.
Arrives now for Richie Gray. Morrison.
Well, they're making a lot of yardage right up this, you know, the edge of the rucks.
Lamont tries his luck.
No, you must clearly release him.
A penalty to Scotland, taken quickly by Blair, and Mike Blair's quick thinking, quick feet on his own, looking out wide now,
Great pass.
floats it out, and Scotland on the front foot again through Rory Lamont. Deep into the French 22 again they come. Jeff Cross is hammered back by Dusautoir.
Great tackle, Dusautoir.
Oh, and he earns, his captain earns France the penalty. What a mighty hit that was.
Counter-ruck came on. And then you're in offside
Superb
position.
tackle. And if that ball had gone to anyone else, they had options out wide.
Saved his side, perhaps there, Dusautoir. Knocked on a moment ago, but made amends here.
This is the time, just watch it. He goes, unfortunately, no support again by Mike Blair. You've got to get on his shoulder. You know he's going to do that. That's what he's in the side for. They go wide. It's a lovely step. They come inside. Now look at all the French defenders being dragged across. That ball is quick ball, but unfortunately, why give it to a prop forward who's absolutely smashed?
Definition of smashed. Jeff Cross, France have sent the penalty towards touch, but stolen there by Jim Hamilton. Scotland certainly do have powers in the line out in Gray and Hamilton. Ball again, Blair has attention, and Hamilton to Denton. Blair again under pressure, takes a bit of a charge there. Lamont bounces off one. Jacobson. And advantage there.
Turnover.
As the ball is turned over. France digging away for it, and Tranduk finds his half-back partner. Looking for Zarzewski. Penalty to France.
Yeah, and they'll put this into touch. First real attacking opportunity for the French. It was such an opportunity after that Blair break, just to get the ball to the standoff. You know, that's when the half-backs have got to take control, move the forwards out the way. Sometimes you need them. This is the penalty, not releasing the ball.
And as we watch the replay, France have potted that ball into touch and gives them a line out inside the Scottish 22. I wonder if Scotland will challenge at this line out. Zarzewski goes to Ari Nordicki, and Para to Rougerie, who's downed. Zarzewski, the hooker. Collision of hair there with Richie Gray. Up to within 15 metres or so.
Too quickly that
ball. Stolen from Rennie. As Aaron Nordicki carried and Denton straight back in there.
Well, the worrying thing for Scotland, how quick France recycled the ball there.
And the cleaning kick eventually by Blair. It relieves a bit of pressure, but yes, signs from France when they did get a chance.
It's a good steal, good rip by Rennie. He's had a very good Six Nations so far. Just watch. Tries to slip the tackle, two-man tackle. Good play by Rennie.
So 17 minutes gone. Still that one very early try from Stuart Hogg separating the sides.
15, get in, get in.
A decent enough line out from France. It's being held at the back there by Zarzewski, and they trundle on now. Zarzewski and
this is really good.
Para looking for the quick break down the blind side. Scotland in there to try and pinch it. Jacobson is not entirely happy with things, and Scotland have the penalty.
Well, they're frustrating, the French, aren't they? They're very good in the tackle area. Denton, Rennie, slowing everything down.
So Laidlaw pops it into touch from the penalty. Let's go to our analyst for the first time. Matt Dawson, what have you got?
Well, it's got to be on the back of Mike Blair, hasn't there? There, of course, with the decision made for Mike Blair to go. He's got to be in the team for quick tap penalties, but it's a wavelength thing. That 1, 2, 3, 4 support players have got to know that he's going to have a quick tap penalty. But also look at the way that Mike Blair just slowed down and looked for support. He didn't go to deck. He got a hit for his troubles and caused some mayhem.
Thanks, Matt. This line-out does not work for Scotland, and France have it.
It's good running.
Malzieu coming in off the wing, the Clermont flyer. Rougerie, Maxime Médard.
How quick is that recycling of the ball? Very, very quick. Great defence.
Good hits coming in on Jean-Baptiste Pou. But France still with it. Rougerie's kick takes a knock off a Scottish boot. Duzautoir tidies it up.
Turnover.
Blair has it, and he chips it for Lee Jones to chase. And Médard takes his tackle well and does very well, Médard.
Well played.
And Tranduk to Para. A bit chaotic phase of play, and the ball is loose again.
Knock on Rougerie, but again, number 7 for Scotland. Rennie is making an absolute nuisance of himself.
It shows the benefit of a true open side flanker, which a few sides don't have nowadays, but he certainly, as you said, had a very good championship.
Yeah, well, you know, Warburton yesterday was absolutely outstanding.
I know it's... Yeah.
He should be happy, shouldn't he?
That is his happy face.
Just the one worry, I think, is the speed of the French recycling. Spoke to him before the game and he said that Wayne Barnes had promised quick ball. He wasn't too happy that the French were having it as well, Andy, but you know, it augurs well for a good game.
Quick ball for everyone. Yeah, the crowd seem happy with what they've seen so far. Not only that Scottish try for the bulk of the fans, but some entertaining rugby. You saw there the amount of ball won in the opponent's 22. Scotland had that early dominance.
Engage! Square and stationary blue.
Well,
got to be it back.
If you know, everything is going with Scotland at the moment.
A free kick for that offence. To stay square and straight. So tap and go from Blair and Denton outside him. Oh, Denton ran through shadows there. Someone got out the way. Blair almost fancied going himself again. The little pop pass to Jeff Cross.
Definitely where the gaps are, on the edges. They're spreading very quickly, the French.
And Blair starting to find them out. Lamont lays it back and Barclay comes into play scrum half. Richie Gray. Oh, lovely offload from Gray to Hamilton, and Scotland still going now. Laidlaw on to Denton again.
Good tackle. Desatoire again. That's a good battle, them two.
Blair wide to Barclay. Laidlaw once more. Delays the pass for a moment to Rennie, and Rennie looks for Denton. Just had to wheel for a moment. Scotland again edging forward. And now with a bit more pace about it as well. Gaps appearing. Barclay found one there. Blair looking for Lee Jones.
Well, there's no full back at home because Medar, this is dangerous.
Scotland in trouble now. Maxime Medar into space. He's got Vincent Clare outside him. Stuart Hogg in front of him. And it's Clare. Little chip. He's taken. And the ball will come to Scotland. And to Rory Lamont. And now Scotland try to run it from their own 22. Morrison.
Good play this is.
Oh, it's breathless stuff, and suddenly Sean Lamont is through. He's taken down by the tap tackle. Amazing passage of play from both sides. Laidlaw wide to Lee Jones, tries to step inside. He's taken down by Vincent Clare. Jeff Cross.
Again, they got numbers on the right hand side.
Laidlaw decides to bring that passage of play to a booty then. He saw space down there, and running back is Louis Picamol, the big number 8. Players tired on both sides. Picamol decides to kick.
That's a very good kick, actually. Good distance.
Bounces for Sean Lamont, infield to Stuart Hogg. Hogg. A flash of yellow boots and he's away, but has he kicked too long? He has.
Yeah, caught in two minds there, Andrew. You know, he looked to attack, there was no one with him. It's just put a bit too much on it.
Entertaining stuff.
Very, very good. Just watch, this is the danger. Once you drop the ball, Medard is away. I think here he just passes a little bit too early. Just a little bit too early. Hogg has got him covered. Back they go. Lamont is away. Morrison steps, gets tackled. Very, very good play. That's how dangerous they are. You can't afford to turn the ball over.
Testing the fitness, Sevens style stuff. And Aeronautically went to take it, but then it was ripped away from the great flanker. Denton makes it clear, and Scotland have space again. Ross Ford, the captain, 3 French shots, and taken down by Wesley Fofana. Blair looking for it quickly.
And again, no support there. Again, the break was made. You've got to get tight with a ball carrier.
Rennie spins it wide, and Laidlaw, lots of white shirts out there. Morrison crowded down this side.
Over.
That was a Scottish advantage, which is over now as they come into the French 22 again. Laidlaw. The halfbacks are almost sneaking through at these close quarter exchanges. Jacobson just rolling forward again. And laid back, but nobody there. But the French straying offside, and Scotland have a penalty, and a very, very kickable one as well.
Well, you've got to take the points, turn the pressure into points. Very, very good play by Scotland. Solid 25 minutes by Scotland. Again, the ball goes down Jacobson.
Yep, I'm going to speak to him. I've just spoken to the
Well,
captain.
was that ball out? Was that ball out? But again, Denton, bang, gets him up. But again, just watch. Rossford, you've got to have one of the inside backs on his shoulder. There's no one there. He's running away from support. You've got to make the most of these opportunities. As Matt just showed, you know, on the break by Blair, get with him.
By and large, though, much for Scottish fans to cheer and a chance for a 10-point lead.
Right, 10-0, 25 minutes gone. You'd have taken that with a try.
His heart rate's rising above 200 as well. Greg Laidlaw. Conversion successful of Hogg's try. And the kick is through from the Edinburgh fly half, and Scotland do lead 10-0. And a man who used to slot all kicks for Scotland, Chris Patterson, is down on the touchline. Chris.
Yeah, hello Andrew. Just one or two things I spotted early on. Scotland got off to a great start. They put pressure on France, and France had two opportunities to get out of their 22 early on. One from Greg Laidlaw's missed long-range penalty. Bougeret sliced it. It gave Scotland an attacking opportunity in the 22, and then from a scrum in a similar position, they again failed to get out of their own half, and Scotland have capitalised, got an early try, and you can see the difference in the style of play. The pressure's off somewhat, and they're playing some really attractive rugby.
Certainly are. Thanks, Chris. A little dinked restart down the middle, almost worked again for France, but Scotland have it.
Yeah, and everything's going their way at the moment. Harry Donaghy, you know, goes for the ball, but the bunch of the balls go to Scotland. It's just about making the most, you know, because the momentum will be massive, and France will have some momentum.
Hogg's kick too long to Mesdames, then through Para to Julien Malzieu. Going to get quiet so far, the winger. There's Tranduk and men out here for France now. Zarzewski goes through the middle though.
Yeah, there were definitely players on over, and again good tackle by Blair, because just watch Ruhr, that's it, offside.
You know what you've done? You put your hand on the ball and slowed it.
This will be interesting. Will Para go for goal?
Well, decision to be made. We'll see what it is.
As Nye went to play it, he put his arm on the ball and delayed it.
He's going for touch. Medard.
Maxime Medard is going to pop it for touch. It's off that left boot. He does, and takes play up to the Scottish 22. Matt Dawson again.
Just a quick one for you guys. This, as an attacking analyst, is absolute perfection. Roll it. You want the fast boys up against the slow boys. Look at these highlighted front row forwards in the middle of the pitch. Easy pickings, through you go.
There are chances there for Scotland, but a chance here for France if they can secure their line-out ball just inside the Scottish 22. Zarzewski, untidy again, but it eventually comes to Jean-Baptiste Pou, the Toulouse loose head.
This is where they're good. You know, they just hit the switch and they go into a different pace.
Looking for a quick ball. Not there this time.
No, just held up a little bit.
And Tranduk. Oh, and Tranduk bounces off one tackle. The fly half almost through himself. And now space perhaps out wide if they can use good hands. And then
Great
the try.
try.
Wonderful try for Wesley Fofana. And France hit back.
Again, it's a missed tackle by Greg Laidlaw. He's got to make those tackles. Tranduk runs over the top of him. They get behind. Defence is slow reorganising. Just watch. Bang, sit down, over he goes, pulls in number 12. He's out of position, and then what an angle this is. Great angle. They're a centre short because of the missed tackle. Just watch, there we go. Ball's coming, nothing on. Bang, dip to shoulder. Then that forces the defender to come in. They're a man short. Great angle. What an angle with a two-man overlap. Tremendous finish.
Well, Wesley Fofana, his second cap for France, his second try scored in his debut against Italy. And the faint strains of La Marseillaise as Para will attempt to convert this. And Greg Laidlaw offers many things in attack. Perhaps one question mark is he is small, his defence might come into question occasionally.
Yeah, well, you know, he missed a tackle against Wales, then he's missed a tackle there, and the resulted in tries. He doesn't have to go in and smash them. They've just got to make sure he nails them. Put him on the deck, and that's it. They can't charge now, Scotland, because someone's charged early.
The kicker of Morgan Parra's ability is not going to miss that one. France have 7 points in the bag, and Scotland's lead is down to 3 after half an hour here at Murrayfield.
And just shows, you know, what they can do. You know, they're just so dangerous. Just watch this angle. Great pass. Cuts the line where Graham Morrison would have been, but he was dragged in. What a great line.
And the restart taken well there by Rory Lamont. And the decision from Wayne Barnes.
I think there's a winger injured here. There's 2 injuries, very sad.
See James Robson scuttling on there in the French medic as well.
I think it's Lamont is one.
Yeah. Rory Lamont.
I think it's Pickamall, is it?
Tackler. Okay, yeah, I'll look. I thought it's been okay, but I will look. Okay.
And both looking a little bit of distress.
Yeah, you're always going to be a danger. So they both go for the ball. Oh, he comes down. Oh, nasty right leg. And then Pickhamall's leg gets caught as well, I think.
Yes, Rory Lamont landing on his right foot there and twisting under him.
It's very, very awkward fall.
Okay.
I think Pickhamall's will be all right. I think he's just tweaked something there. Carter, who's falling. The main concern is Lamont.
And for him, and
just make sure he keeps doing
it doesn't look good. He's getting full attention there.
Yeah, I just spoke.
Oxygen being administered. Nick DeLuca is getting ready to come on. He's played wing in his time, but I wonder if they might move him to the centre and move Sean Lamont out to the wing.
Yeah,
but anyway, wish for the best for his brother Rory.
Yeah, it would make sense to, you know, to make that shift.
Well, a chance, if nothing else, for the rest of the players to get a breather, but not a very pleasant sight when the buggy comes on with the stretcher.
No, I think he's come down awkward on his knee. It's got caught, and sadly, you know, looks like a ligament damage. Having experienced it.
Well, sad, a player who's been blighted by injuries throughout his career. There's Sean Lamont, but Rory Lamont is still down, and it doesn't look too good. Andy Nicholl in the studio, your thoughts on what you've seen so far?
Yeah, it's obviously a very sad sight there with Rory Lamont. There's his brother looking on. But I think Scotland just so encouraged with the first 30 minutes. They started well, which was exactly the problem that Scotland didn't do, 3 weeks ago against England, and they got the crowd cheering. And it's really, they've created momentum. They've had a couple of chances they've not been able to convert, but it's been a very encouraging start. And I just hope that this injury doesn't take the momentum out of Scotland's performance, because it has been very good, and Mike Blair's really been at the heart of everything. Greg Laidlaw gets the pass, goes back on the blind side there, and it was just a good bit of passing by Jones, and then the pace we've talked about in Hogg, look at, he injects it, and Scotland finally get a try.
Yes, plenty to be encouraged about for Scotland, but as you were saying, Jonathan, when I mean the amount of territory and possession that Scotland have had, and then France get little chunks of the same, and they have taken a chance or two as well.
Yeah, they were direct. Then he is. Gregor Townsend's up. A bit delighted with with the try.
Well, let's go down once again to Chris Patterson.
Yeah, desperately unlucky for Rory once again. He seems to pick up these injuries at Murrayfield, and you know, the players really feel for him, but he's in great medical hands with James Robson and his team. But looking back at that try, 3 of the new guys were involved. Greg Laidlaw onto Lee Jones. We haven't seen a lot of Lee Jones in his first 2 caps, but he's a clever player as well. His timing of the pass to send young Stuart Hogg racing at the corner was fantastic. But I think Scotland's dominance has been more than 3 points on the scoreboard, but you know, as we can see with France going down the other side of the field and scoring a wonderful try, there's only 3 points in it. Similar to what happened against England and Wales, where Scotland have a lot of territory, a lot of possession, but we just need to keep, you know, knocking the points over and stretching away from France. They're so dangerous, you can't get far enough away from them.
And when you try to run support lines, Chris, in a side, is that something that you obviously practice in training, but it just, in the spur of the moment in a match, it just doesn't quite happen?
Yeah, I think you just have to, it comes from playing alongside each other. You know, there are quite a lot of sort of club links in the Scottish side, which, you know, helps, obviously. Mike Blair, we saw taking a quick tap early on. As someone you know is going to do that, you've got to get in the end of it. But just the timing of the pass from Greg, Lee and young Stuart Hogg scoring in the corner was exactly what we're looking for. On the support element, the try that Fofana just scored for France is a real example of understanding the role, hitting a hard line, and having the skill to execute and finish it brilliantly.
Well, this is the French try, and Tranduk set it up.
Yeah, he just, goes to the top of Laidlaw, a short on the side, somebody sprints out of the line, and then because the guy sprints out to the line, he's got to make the pass. Just watch, there's the bump off. Morrison goes inside, but just watch him take the angle. If you shoot in, Lamont has got to make that tackle. Try.
Well, big changes here for Scotland, because not only has Rory Lamont gone off, a man who spent far too long on the sidelines through injury, and we hope this is not too long, but also Chris Cussiter is on for Mike Blair, so Blair must have taken a knock as well.
I saw Blair limping down the tunnel, so I haven't seen any blood bin signs, so that is 2 replacements for Scotland.
So Custer's first action is to feed the scrum, which he'll try and do again, and a reminder again that Nick DeLuca is on. He is in the centre, so Sean Lamont has gone out to the right wing.
The scrum is a shambles, isn't it? I don't think we've had one proper scrum yet. There's Nick DeLuca.
Well, very, very interesting line-up now for Scotland. We'll get you news on Mike Blair as and when we can, and hopefully on Rory Lamont as well.
Pause. Engage.
This scrum is a little bit more steady now, and Denton scoops it back to Cussiter, and Cussiter round on the loop. It's all happening a long way from that French defence. Hogg tries to make something happen. Here goes Hogg again, tries to skip round Medar, but just ushered into touch.
Yeah, Medar just tracked him, but the injection of pace gets on the outside. Such an exciting talent. They were very, very far behind the gain line. He did something out of nothing. Just watch. As the ball comes out, they're drifting across, shows and goes. Rougerie misses a tackle, but Medar doesn't. But they've got to try and do that a little bit closer to the defensive line and hold one of the Frenchmen up.
That's another injury, this time to one of the French players.
Looks like Tranduk, does it?
It is Tranduk, yes. But he's not too badly damaged.
And he was taken out.
Might have been taken out.
Hit the gap, please.
Philippe Saint-André sitting in the coaching box.
I think he'd be happy with the amount of possession and territory that Scotland have. They're only 3 points behind. As Chris Patterson said, all of the dominance from Scotland maybe deserve more.
And another mess at the French line-out gives Scotland another chance. Rennie and Cussiter hearing up there looking for a little offload, but now the replacement scrum half digs it out.
Again,
and Laidlaw and DeLuca almost bounced off Rougerie there.
Well, he's attacking Rougerie, isn't he? Seems to be fancying that challenge.
Custer then to Denton.
He's carried a lot of ball, Denton, very powerfully.
Scotland once again are into the French 22. Deep it goes to Richie Gray. Had to almost stand still before trying to pick up some speed again. Custer under pressure. Laidlaw, and that French defence is all smothering now. Nothing much doing there for Ross Ford, who's carried well again. Laidlaw looks for a little pop inside and laid back by Lee Jones. Laidlaw again, just pondering for a while the Scottish backline.
Perfect.
And Barclay almost through.
Great, the back row, what a tackle again.
Little gaps almost appearing in the French defence, but then quickly closed up again as Gray tries to muscle his way in there with support from Morrison. Faze, number 10. Custer complains.
It's okay, it was a maul, it wasn't a problem.
And the replacement scrum half is under huge pressure from Medar. Still Scottish ball. No scrum half, so forwards will pick and go. Hamilton and Gray.
The 11th phase, 12th phase now, but again not making much inroads into that French defence. They've just got to be patient.
Listen to the cry around the stadium. Les Bleus, and Les Bleus have done them well. A penalty, and it's Barclay who's penalised.
They have to vary their play and try and create quick ball, because at the moment, not asking many questions of this French defence. And now another attacking opportunity for France. There he is, Desatoire over the top, diving over the top, not staying on his feet.
There's Barkley coming in there. Long penalty, missed touch by France.
It just does.
Big mistake.
A simple error, especially with the possession and territory that they're up against. You cannot miss touch.
Just sent too long by Hogg and made our calls for the mark.
He's missed it again. No.
Oh, just into touch now. Well, Denton.
Yeah, he said that's very clever. He said his foot was on the line.
And
it'll be interesting to see.
Aaron Nordicky can protest, but Scotland will have the line out.
Yeah, Couloir. Okay.
I'm not sure. That was more my luck than judgment, I think, Denton.
I did try and stamp his foot down there, but Scotland have the line out. I wonder if we can get quick news from Jill about the injury.
Well, I can tell you, Mike Blair, so impressive in the opening exchanges here. He's suffered a dead leg. That's why he's been replaced by Chris Cussiter. And Rory Lamont, well, he's being assessed now in the medical room just off the tunnel here by James Robson's team. But obviously a serious injury to his leg. But we'll tell you more when they know.
Thanks, Jill.
Ball is available.
Dead leg for Mike Blair. Didn't look too serious, but a dead leg can be
so innocuous. But, you know, you cannot play on.
So 5 minutes to go in this first half. And Cussiter goes for length. Madar.
Chase has got to be good.
And Madar still going.
How quick that ball is compared to Scotland. That's the difference.
Transit wide to Malzieu in midfield.
Good speed.
Stood up well though, Malzieu, and got it off to Zarzewski. Feeds it wide to Rougerie. And Rougerie is no way around Lamont and Hogg. Scotland trying to force them into touch.
Done very well.
The ball's still there while Alan Roland's flag goes up, much to the approval of the East Stand crowd.
Good defence by Scotland.
Scotland 1-4, lost none. That ball they lost was, I think, after the line out it was decided, so their perfect record is still there.
Not forward at the front, melee blanc.
So scrum to Scotland.
Yeah, Nally got his hand to it.
Scotland trying to secure that ball into touch. Graham Morrison just swats the feet down onto the touchline.
Well, that's more than one way to skin a cat.
Touch, pause, engage.
It's been a bit of a fractured mess again, and ends in a penalty for France this time.
Far side.
Pretty sure they'll take a pop at goal. Far side. Saying Alan Jacobson went down. No, not Alan Jacobson. I apologise, Alan. Jeff Cross says.
And I'm certain that Para will try and tie the scores. Again, the scrum, the French seem to have the upper hand.
So nearing the end of a hugely entertaining first half, which has had lots of good stuff. It's a rather sad stuff with the injury to Rory Lamont. We hope he'll be okay, but a chance then for Morgan Parra to draw France level. I'm looking at the possession and territory stats at the moment. And Scotland have 69% possession, 59% territory, but it's what you do with it.
Yes, it is.
And how quickly you play with that ball as well. Para finds another 3 points for France, and we are all square at Murrayfield.
There's a lot of travelling French supporters. French rugby, especially club rugby, is on a massive high at the moment with attendances really filling the stadiums.
They do come in great number to this fixture from the past, but today there are more than ever. Good take there by Pascal Papy. And even as the clock edges towards 40 minutes, France looking for more.
Just watch the injection of pace they put when they go forward, and they all switch on.
There's Para lurking in the midfield and on to Medard, to Fofana's very quick feet and Malzieu.
That's good play, that is. You know, they held the defence, but also they had 3 left-footed kickers, and they put width in it again.
And coming into the Scottish half again, Tranduc.
Just watch there, you had forwards in the line, but they were a second line. All the ball went to the hands of the backs.
Well, Scotland just hoping for half-time to come, but France certainly fancy another assault. And there is Para starting one again. Rougerie.
Again, the mismatch. He sees Gray, he has a go at it.
Picamol offloads well to Pascal Papy. France coming forward, advantage to France as well. They have at least a penalty to come. Medard finds Nicolas Mas, and
great offloading.
On it goes to Maestri. Zarzewski. Aaron Nordicky. France still attacking with the advantage. And Wayne Barnes calls them back for that now, so France may well lead at the break.
They just switch into another gear, don't they? They all switch on the same time. This is the high tackle. Yeah, clumsy challenge, really. No intent, just a clumsy challenge.
And that's Jacobson, a short man, rising up on Papy there. But it's going to be a kick at goal from a very similar position for Morgan Parra to his last one. It's been an exhausting first half for all the players. And deep into stoppage time. Morgan Parra will have this kick to put France in front. One of the great kicking French scrum halves like Dimitri Yashvili, who's still laid low with a back problem.
It's amazing how, you know, in France that the scrum half is always at the petit général, you know, even going back to the Ferrou days, Bebizier.
I thought you were going to say Napoleon there.
Morgan Parra. Outside half he played.
Well, the crowd like it, and the crowd like it because it's wide, so we will remain even at half-time. Quick thoughts, Jiffy?
Yeah, very good first half. Scotland again were magnificent for the first 20 minutes, but I think they have to change the tactic a little bit because the defensive French line have sorted them out. But a very good first half of both sides. Maybe Scotland should just be in front.
A try apiece, 10 points apiece at Murrayfield.
Well, the sun's out. It's actually a glorious winter's afternoon after the glorious spring afternoon we had at Twickenham yesterday. Let's hope we have a similar second half in terms of drama over the next 40 minutes. Andrew.
Thanks, John. Yes, here we go. Who knows what lies in store in the second half. France, as they were in the first half, no changes yet. They've still got all their replacements to come on. Very strong bench. Scotland, of course, have made 2 changes already, with Cussiter on for injured Blair and DeLuca likewise for Rory Lamont. And it's Cussiter who finds Denton early on to lay low, and then for...
It's very deep, isn't it? They haven't got over the gain line yet, and they just need to get over the gain line there to clear the ball.
DeLuca
That's a lot
did get
better.
Back.
Oh.
And the ball just lost forward.
And I think they still need, you know, to play the territorial game. You know, penalties, take the points. Again, they put themselves under pressure now. Lovely offload, but a little bit too hard.
I think there's a French hand came in there and injected some pace to that offload. That's a French scrum.
Second rows, deuxième ligne. Crouch.
There's Mike Blair is hobbling up the stairs with that dead leg.
Pause. Engage.
He had a very bright opening 30 minutes before he had to go off. Picamol into Barkley.
Very good scrum, isn't it? Look how quick that ball is.
And Dusautoir. And again, France threatening already. Zarzewski looks and picks. Into Rossford and Rennie. Well, stripped away of the ball though.
Again, is that David Rennie once again?
And Cussiter's kick is a little bit loose.
Watch out.
Vincent Clerc looks wide to Rougerie. And Julien Malzieu, but he is bundled towards touch. Is that ball still alive?
Yeah.
Hogg now looks around and with no angle really at all.
It was unlucky for Scotland because I don't think the French knew where the ball was. Lost control, then a fly hack. And Stuart Hogg was caught in no one's land, unfortunately. So this is the fall. And again, Rennie.
Full.
A couple of times he's done that now. But, and still with the attacking position and the line out.
Can't really, you can't allow France to spend too much time in your half. Very dangerous.
And on they come again. Long pass out to Rougerie in midfield. Little loop around from Parra to Malzieu, and Malzieu bounces off one man.
He's been quiet so far, Malzieu, hasn't he?
Zarzewski through the middle. Taken down by Jeff Cross. More softening up done by Nicolas Mas, Perpignan prop. Cries Mad Dogs, who knows what that is?
I think that's just to get the big defensive effort. I think that is from Scotland.
It's fine. Now you're off your feet. He was fine first of all.
And Rennie again.
No, it's not. It's a foot.
Scotland trying to disrupt, almost doing so, but then Picamol picks and...
Release!
It's not Picamol, in fact, it's Johan Maestri, the look forward.
Big man, isn't he?
Huge figure. France still with it, and the tackle was sharply up there.
I think the blitz defences work well. DeLuca, Lee Jones have come in.
There's Jones coming up there in mid-arc. So in comes Fofana to play scrum half. There it goes, Aaron Ordeke into Denton.
Quick as that ball again, the difference.
Dusautoir to Tranduc and onto Picamol now. Picamol is taken down well by Sean Lamont.
Backwards, play on.
Ball still went backwards though, and Dusautoir, France again making some headway. Their turn to tick through the phases and try and find a weakness. Tranduc is upended.
Nearly turnover again, the Denton Rennie combination. They slowed it down.
Here comes the noise from the French fans. Malzieu.
Well, you can see he's not having a lot of ball, Malzieu, so he's going looking for it. There's nothing on behind, to be honest. They're slowing everything down now, calling the forwards in total control.
Aaron Ordeke sets off, Picamol behind him. And there is Pascal Pape with Zarzewski. Dusautoir just trying to hack it clear, and Scotland give up the penalty. France have it.
Jacobson, I think, is just lying on the ball off his feet, and now it'll be a penalty. They will look, he'll slowly build.
It's a little chip, a chance at nothing, and it's Claire Herring down on it, the ball beyond him though, so they'll come back for that penalty, and France will kick a goal.
Yeah, I quite like that as well. You know, they had the penalty, so why not, you know, rather than go for the drop goal, just go for the try, and they're going to come back and take the 3 points.
Off his
There's
feet,
Jacobson.
lying on the ball with his arm on it.
Wow.
Good tackle.
Say again, mate.
Picamol was a beast of a man.
Number 1 off his feet with his arm on the ball.
Wayne Barnes again making clear that he thought Alan Jacobson was off his feet.
Irrespective if you think, you know, you're on your feet, if the referee says you're not, you leave the ball go. Because, you know, it's only his interpretation that counts. You know, you did like raise your eyebrows at me, Cotter, just to think that he didn't think he was off his feet.
I was just trying to look interesting. Failed. Morgan Parra missed just before half-time, but that was a far harder kick than this one.
It was a poor kick last time. He really didn't follow through and kind of scooped it to the left-hand side.
One-count whistles start to bubble away inside Murrayfield. But this is a chance for Morgan Parra to give France the lead for the first time in this match, which he does. 13-10 in front, the visitors and their fans, their travelling fans, are getting happier by the moment.
Yeah, I think they would have been, but also, you know, from the kick-off at the half-time, second-half kick-off, Scotland had an opportunity to clear the ranks. They tried to go ball through hand, and now they've gone behind for the first time.
How will they respond? Laidlaw's restart. And up there goes Will Jones for it, but a very, very good take indeed.
He had absolutely no chance there, Parra, did he? Richie Gray just got his arms around him and lifted him into touch.
A little bit of dissension in the ranks, in the French ranks.
It's a very good kick. And why the shortest man on the French side is taking it, I have no idea.
Richie Gray nearly picked up, long throw. And well, just comes to Denton eventually. Custer goes to Laidlaw. Morrison always battering away in midfield. Makes good ground, the Glasgow centre.
Yeah, he bumped his centre off there. Fofana.
Laidlaw just delays for a moment. Ross Ford hits aside Pappy, and Ford still going. Scotland again creeping towards the French 22. A fair contest, says Wayne Barnes. Still with Scotland though.
Say again.
Jeff Cross under pressure. Well, Scottish knock-on gives France the scrum.
That's come from the official, hasn't it? Because he listened to something.
You'll see the man down injured for France is Nicolas Mas, the Perpignan prop. Jill Douglas down on the touchline.
Yeah, just a quick update. Obviously, we saw Mike Blair hurpling up the steps with that dead leg, and as far as Rory Lawson's concerned, he's still in the stadium. He's being treated by the excellent medical staff here, led by James Robson, and at this stage he hasn't been taken to hospital, and he's been described as conscious and comfortable, though how comfortable he'll be after what was clearly a very painful leg injury, obviously we'll have to wait and see after he's been fully assessed.
Thank you, Jill. So that's the news on Rory Lamont. His brother Sean still on the pitch, and Scotland at the moment, well, they had a little bit of a burst of life there through Graham Morrison, but they've given up the scrum to France.
Let's see what happens to Mas. I think he cops a stray boot on the head.
Greg Laidlaw is coming off as well, I can see down in front of me.
Well, it's a physical encounter, and you know, Scotland
there is Duncan
are,
Weir coming on for his first cap. He didn't get off the bench against Wales and Scotland were down in Cardiff, so Duncan Weir, well, Greg Laidlaw has been knocked about a bit there, looks a little bit unsteady, but a proud moment nonetheless for Duncan Weir. And that's the Scottish halfbacks, the Glasgow halfbacks now in partnership with Chris Cussiter and Duncan Weir.
Crouch.
French scrum then.
Touch. Pause. Engage.
And the France get a little second shove on there, but they have it at their leisure at the back. Parra waiting an age before it goes back to Francois Tranduc. Sends it high, it's well placed by Tranduc, well taken by Hogg.
Yes.
Tumbling over his own man there in the air.
Yeah, it's
digging away for it. And Custer looks
good play.
It's away from himself for the moment. He had Jones outside, and that's into touch. Scotland, a little bit of mistake down that side.
Yeah, another mistake. No, it's just got to cut the errors out. So all they have to do. It's a great take again, great commitment. No penalty there because it's his own player. Good use of the short side by Cussiter. Now he's got to keep, you know, the momentum, the pace of the game, the intensity of the game up, as Mike Blair did.
France waiting to make a couple of changes as well. William Servat is going to come on. Hooker, but not there yet. Ross Ford, the Scottish hooker, has it for Scotland. Deep it goes. First touch for Duncan Weir. Morrison. Bit of space here for Scotland. Nick DeLuca. Hogg fumbles with it behind his back and then forward. and Wesley Fofana comes away for France.
And this is dangerous once again.
Advantage is over. Oh, man.
Back to Medar, just gets his kick away. Over the head of Lee Jones, a very, very good kick indeed. And Jones decides against the quick take.
One stop, please. On then, deux.
So here come the replacements for France. William Servat is on, and there, number 17, Vincent Debatty, the Belgian-born prop. So Zalewski goes off. He's replaced.
I do think
William Servat and Debatty comes on for Jean-Baptiste Pou in the front row.
You know, the next goal is vitally important now. Even this early stage, if you feel that, you know, France score that try, puts a little bit of pressure on Scotland.
Scotland secure the line out again through Richie Gray. Rennie and Duncan Weir. Just a little fizzing low kick in there, and Maxime Medar comes forward, controls with the boot. And Medar escapes the attentions of Graham Morrison.
Not Rennie though, and he's a very clever player, Medard. I'm not sure what Scotland are doing there. Trying to be a little bit too fancy.
Tranduc directs his kick. Well, I thought he directed it well, but just overcooked it out on the full. And Stuart Hogg points the way back.
Yeah, some poor kicking at the moment. Lost a little bit of intensity, the game has. Half an hour still to go.
Scotland in no hurry at the moment. 3 points adrift. Long, and an athletic take by Denton, and flings that one back.
You know, they're just, why are they pushing passes now? They've just got to keep their composure. That's a great take. I'm not sure, you know, one winger comes in, takes a pass, wasn't meant for him, knock on.
Well, we saw the dominant Scottish possession territory in the first half. In the second half, well, it's a very similar tale, but in France's favour. Scotland making another change. I see there that Denton is going off now, so Richie Vernon coming on at number 8.
I'm surprised there, because Denton has been very influential in the ball carrying at the breakdown with his partnership. But maybe he's given absolutely everything, and the pace of Richie Vernon caused more problems for the French.
So Richie Vernon packs down at the back of the Scottish pack, and France again seem to have it their own way at the scrum. But both teams gone up, says Wayne Barnes.
Both up, same ball.
Gosh, scrum.
Fight to stay up.
So Richie Vernon on there, he's not really been playing number 8 for Sale. He's been filling in when he has been playing, mostly at a blind side.
Tight hips, white one.
Soon to be joined at Sale by Richie Gray.
Crouch. Touch. Pause. Engage. Stay enough.
And Scotland look to be creaking again a little bit. The front row is popping up. Wayne Barnes sees it that way. Penalty to France, and worrying for Scotland.
It is worrying because, you know, anywhere now within the Scottish 22, they're definitely having the upper hand.
Much will be made, I'm sure, that Ewan Murray is not playing today, with it being a Sunday, but Scotland were scrummed all over the place by France last year when he did play. So let's go to Matt Dawson again. Matt.
Well, I'm not just picking on the scrum halves, but we are known as being weasels, and this is exactly why. Just look at the top of the screen and check out Para. Just circle there. He's going to have a tug on Alan Jackerson's shirt and get a good clout for his trouble. Whack, have one of them. We are weasels. Everyone knows it. We're proud of it.
It is true.
I'd call you something else, I would, to be honest, scrum halves, but there we are.
Thanks, Matt. Well spotted. Para, naughty man. France with the line out taken cleanly as well, and now here comes the pace of Dusautoir. Hitting the line well, the captain.
Down that channel again.
What can France do with this? Well,
He's
nearly an
done well,
interception there, but Fofana secured it.
De Luca has worked that blitz defence out. He's worked the system. That's a great turnover. Well done, Scotland forwards. On the back of a De Luca tackle.
Deep to Hogg. And his kick is well in field, taken by Julien Malzieu. And he gives it to his opposite winger, Vincent Clerc. And stolen by Scotland, a real chance now as De Luca comes on, gives that ball, and taken by Richie Vernon. He has pace, and Vernon gives it. It's a try for Lee Jones, a second try for Scotland.
That was brilliant by Scotland. From the turnover, they looked at the space and went left. That's a good finish as well by Jones. Couldn't really see where the incident happened.
First try for his country, as it was for Hogg.
There he has, great tackle, brilliant work by the forwards. They turned the ball over. Nick De Luca has been brilliant coming up with the blitz. Still gets the ball there, but was he the tackler? Great play, good space, doesn't panic. Easy give and take, lovely try.
Well, much as Ferris did giving the pass to Tommy Bowe yesterday when he could have made it himself, I think Richie Vernon could have made that, but gave it to Lee Jones for his first try. Young man from Selkirk. That town will be very proud indeed, and Scotland have the lead here at Murrayfield, and Duncan Weir has the opportunity to add an extra 2 points. And Weir has his first international points as well, and Scotland have a 4-point lead.
Well, what a turnaround. One opportunity in the second half, they've taken it. Swatch, here's who turns the ball over? He was a tackler. That's very, very good play by Barkley. Tackle, gets the ball up, that's a great turnover. Very, very good finish by the Scotland side. These are the opportunities they've been messing up. Good finish.
And Scotland will come under pressure again, no doubt, but they have the ball at the moment in their own 22. It's De Luca again, and De Luca punches aside Pascal Pape.
Tails it up.
He's playing like a man possessed, De Luca, since he's come on. Richie Vernon, and he gets the offload to Cussiter. Cussiter is free, and Cussiter just stumbles under the attentions of Aaron Nordicky. Julien Bonnier has come on for Louis Picamol for France, but it's Scotland again launching an assault. Duncan Weir under big pressure there from Fofana.
And again, you've got 2 second rows or
Richie Gray now looking for the offload. And Scotland are getting some confidence. Richie Vernon tries to step and go, the replacement number 8 on for Denton. And De Luca again a step and holds his man off.
Yeah, over the gain line.
France competing well for that ball,
though. Counter-rucking that is. Question marks of whether they came through the gate. So now it's a turnover.
And this is when France can be dangerous. Rougerie. Oh, well, France have the advantage. Tackle on a man without the ball. Tranduc is complaining.
Yeah, there's a couple of penalties, or short side numbers.
They may not need that penalty. Malzieu, deceptively strong winger, and has support on Maxime Medard, and France will have that try. Maxime Medard under the posts. Once more, France reply in style.
Just the lack of concentration on the Scottish side. After scoring, you have to focus. No numbers on the short side. The missed tackle once again. There's the man that made the try. There's the man to finish it. Just watch. The ball goes wide. Bouncing ball. Just watch it. No one filters to the right hand side. They're short in numbers. Para spots it. They number off very well though. But Malzieu goes in. Got to make the tackle. If he makes the tackle, the fullback Hogg picks up Medard. Unfortunately, he's caught with 2 men coming at him from the missed tackle.
France back in front, and back in front now by 3 points. As we head into the final quarter of this match, a pulsating match.
There's the finish. A lovely runner, isn't he, Medard?
Well, that is his 10th try for France, and a happy celebration. 2 tries apiece, but France in front. How can Scotland respond?
Inside.
They have their tries now, Scotland, but can they also produce a victory? Rougerie, again under pressure, gets a good clearing kick away. Duncan Weir waits. Hogg inside.
He's defending on the wing now, Weir.
Hogg steps and Hogg is through again. Stuart Hogg now, who's with him? A stumble, tries to get that ball away, but France come away with it. Just that little stumble as he tried to step again. France under pressure, deep inside their own 22. Scotland certainly creating chances.
Certainly creating chances. Nothing on. Stuart Hogg just breaks the defensive line again. Great feet.
Certainly had a lot more of Hogg in the future. Oh, wonderfully done there as Duncan Weir comes now, and he's taken round the, well, certainly round the collar.
Well, I thought that was high, yes. That definitely was a high tackle.
And the boos suggest that as well. Rennie coming on now. And Cussiter flings it wide. Oh, good pick-up this time again by De Luca.
They've got bodies on the floor now. There's 2 Frenchmen on the floor. Penalty offside. They've got to make the most of this.
Well, they have a penalty coming, Scotland.
Oh, knock on. No, it wasn't a penalty. Oh, I thought
he said penalty, and everybody inside Murrayfield thought that as well.
Yeah, I thought there was a penalty.
That's just a knock on and a French scrum.
Interesting to see. I thought he'd signal a penalty. Let's watch Hogg's break now again. He's had a tremendous test match. Hogg.
He brings some pace, brings some attack into the game.
He runs, bang, just a left step, thank you very much. But again, where's the support? You've got to go with him. Just Parra gets the tackle to him.
Good challenge by Parra.
Great tackle. But again, as the boys, this is a high tackle, definitely a high tackle. Just watch. There we are, that's a high tackle. That should have been a penalty. I know Weir isn't the tallest of guys. Great pick up De Luca. Oh, a clash of heads, I think, is it? There's a couple of bodies down now with the French. Fofana is back on his feet, and it's Medard.
Yeah, Medard looks slightly more serious.
Yeah. Another sub for Scotland as well.
It looks like they're bringing on Ed Kalman to the front row. Chris Patterson, are you still breathing down there?
Yeah, it's exciting stuff. And actually on that point, you can see, I think the French side are really struggling now with the fitness. Philippe Saint-André, the French coach, mentioned in the press throughout the week that he'd have to use his substitutions, he'd have to use the bench wisely because of the physical nature of the game here at Murrayfield. And from where I'm sitting, I can see the French side really tired. What Scotland have to do now is, take advantage of that, keep the ball, no silly mistakes, and always respect the danger that the French side have.
Thank you, Chris. Maxime Medard is off. He's scored a try, but his day is done. On for France comes Lionel Boxis. He's a fly half by trade.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see who goes to full back. Will it be Boxis? I think it's Tranduc going to full back.
Yes, it is.
Well, Boxis is a bigger kicker than Tranduc.
And Ed Kalman has come on, as we mentioned, for Scotland in the front row. Jeff Cross, a doctor, has gone off, and Ed Kalman, a physics graduate and graduate of Cambridge and Durham, comes on. They breed them bright now, the props.
Yeah, I think it'll be very interesting. Was that a penalty?
Well, France certainly have the edge at the scrum now. My goodness, they're walking back at their leisure, just waiting for the penalty. And the referee, Wayne Barnes, eventually gives it. It's inevitable there.
Yeah, what an easy way to clear your lines. Boxis now will get this and smash it 40-50 metres. He can kick a ball. But it'd be interesting, was that a penalty? I thought he held his arm up. Definitely no advantage.
And Boxis does what he's on there to do. Takes play into the Scottish half and a French line out as well. Again, that scrum for Scotland more than creaking now.
Again, they've got, any scrums in the Scottish 22 will be a huge problem. But again, as the boys mentioned, half-time, Stuart Hogg, you know what he's going to do. He always looks like breaking the line. Someone has got to gamble and get on his shoulder.
A decent enough take at the front for France. Still a long way to go in this match as well. It feels like we've been playing for a long time with that injury break, but anybody's game to claim. Dusautoir has it for France. Scotland may have pinched this one. Good work again in the contact area, and Rennie comes in there. He finds Sean Lamont, finds Rennie, links with Hamilton. Duncan Weir, and out to Morrison.
They're very deep again though.
DeLuca, and here is Hogg, and he gets it to Lee Jones, tries to step inside, and Jones tumbles on.
Well, those two certainly look dangerous on the left side. Hogg and Jones.
Oh, and Sean Lamont almost through again in the middle. A foot comes in, and Cussiter is disrupted again. Murrayfield complains, but Scotland have that ball, and Richie Vernon lays it back.
Well, he thought he came through the gate.
Rennie is hammered back in a double tackle there.
That's why he comes. Everyone thinks he's coming in from the side, but he's coming in from the back.
There's Ed Kalman now, replacement prop.
Half of Murrayfield don't agree he came through the gate.
Morrison. And Scotland again getting a bit of momentum going forward. Barkley flings it wide, and Sean Lamont, his strength carries Scotland up to the 22.
Again, midfield. You've got the front row in the midfield there.
Yeah, props lining out there for France, and Cussiter again complains. Kalman in midfield for Scotland meets Dusautoir.
Yeah, well, great play by Dusautoir, but also Vernon made an impact since coming on. Richie Vernon.
How about you carry on?
Yeah, the Scottish boys better be careful now.
Oh, Kalman takes that ball and makes some ground. Good French defence now, though. 12th phase.
Dusautoir, good play there. He could have put his hands on the ball, listened to the referee.
Richie Gray failed. Fofana took him down. Scotland trying to be patient, hoping that a little chink of light will appear.
Yeah, and I think
foot of blue.
I think Thomas Castagne in studio said, you know, they'll soak all this pressure up and try and counter-attack. And this is it. This is what will happen. No full back. This could be dangerous.
Arnaudaki to Para and onto Boxtis, and then Malzieu chips and out on the full from the winger. That one ill-judged.
That would have been a good chase because there was no full back at home. Stuart Hogg was in the defensive line.
Five replacement.
Where's the boy? There we are. Dusautoir once again.
You're the captain. Anything else through you?
Just watch.
The rest of your forwards.
If one of these boys kick,
no, talk to your players.
There was no full back there.
Johan Maestre is going off, the young Toulouse lock. He's been replaced by a considerably older, more experienced Lionel Nally of Racing Metro, former captain. This is Julien Malzieu, who's kicking out on the full. Bit of a stop-board treatment needed for players. There is Nally. That's his pre-match routine. The end of a very busy RBS Six Nations weekend once again. Highlights, of course, coming from all the matches this weekend. What a weekend it's been. Tonight, BBC Two and the Witching Hour. And next Sunday, we have a bonus match for you. France against Ireland, take two. This time it's happening live from Paris, 2:45 on BBC Two. And we're ready to go again. Taken high by Barkley, flings it loose.
Yeah, messy, wasn't it? Good take, good line out.
And Ross Ford now under big pressure. He's hurled back, and Scotland still have it.
Done well.
Richie Gray, who's in there to secure it for Scotland. It comes back now. Oh, a bit of space appears for a moment in front of Custer. Then his own man was in front of him. We'll take a pause again. Barkley. Duncan Weir steps at a standstill there.
They're very deep, aren't they?
And Scotland can't afford to lose that in this position, which they have.
And that's
now,
a kick.
Trouble, Thierry Dusautoir. Back it comes for France. And in goes the replacement prop, Debati.
Great angle again for Fana.
Rougerie decides to switch it. Lionel Boxis.
Parasbus been thrown to one side once again.
Hopeful cries of turnover coming from Scottish voices, but still with France and William Servat.
They will look at the penalty now. They'll pick and drive and go up the middle.
Which they do through Dusautoir.
Yeah. And even if they get a penalty, they're much in the ascendancy.
And again, the French fans respond as it goes to Fofana again. Pirouettes through a tackle.
Great angles of running.
And France are making real progress up to within 10, 12 metres of the Scottish try line again. There goes Aaron Nordicky, crabbing sideways under the pressure. Rochefort dealt with him, Dusautoir.
Oh, great take, Bonnet, great take. Difficult pass.
From his boots he took it.
Boxis.
Drop goal attempt. Lionel Boxis has plenty of time and has the drop goal and gives France a 6-point lead here at Murrayfield with 12 minutes to go.
Yeah, big drop goal, good decision. They weren't going anywhere. Now they've got to score a try. Perfect condition, sits back, pulls it a little bit, but 3 points. They know what they're doing. Half-backs in control. Lovely strike.
Another change is being made for Scotland. Jim Hamilton is going off, and replacing him in the second row, Alistair Kellock, the former captain. As he was running on, he was urging his side to great endeavour in the final 12 minutes. But a little knock on there from Scottish hands, and France will have the scrum. Jim Hamilton's work is done. And there is Al Kellock.
Stop, please.
There was the knock on from Lee Jones as he tried to take it.
He had a chance to take it, didn't he?
So plenty of changes have been made. Just about all the benches are empty from both sides. This is how Scotland started. They have used 6 replacements. Off went Rory Lamont and Mike Blair injured, and Laidlaw and Cross, Hamilton and Denton in the second half, replaced by DeLuca, who's been Bright and Weir and Cussiter, Kalman, Kellock and Vernon. And there's their final replacement. Scott Lawson is about to come on for the captain, Rochefort, and hooker. So Lawson will come on for the final 12 minutes. France started like this. Maxime Medard scored a try and went off injured. Jean-Baptiste Bou, Dimitri Zarzewski, and Maestri and Picamol, and on came, well, those players. Read them yourselves. They're finally ready to go again. Still 11 minutes remaining in this match.
Pull! Early, white 17.
Early hits by Scotland. It's Kalman is
errors and you know, ill discipline now.
France calling for the scrum again.
Well, this will be a penalty then, is it?
Yeah, I didn't get that. You went. Hold, please.
Difference is that was a free kick, so they kick the ball to touch. They don't have the throw in. If now they get a penalty, they can kick the touch, and it will be their throw in.
Crouch!
Big test for the changed Scottish front row. Only Jacobson remains in there. Kalman and Lawson have come on. And Dusautoir, you can hear him urging them on. Aaron Nordicky picks it up in one hand, flicks it over his head, looking for Vincent Clair, but taken instead by Richie Vernon.
Now release.
A bit risky by Aaron Nordicky.
Yes, still a tight game.
Morrison looks, and Morrison tries to go himself.
He looked at the forward there, took the forward on.
Duncan Weir almost steps, taken down by William Servat eventually. It's DeLuca sinks his head down and tries to sneak under a tackle or two. There is Alkellock.
Oh, another
ball
mistake.
Lost.
Another mistake. You just can't afford to do that. It's just they're in a good field position, but they're just losing momentum now.
Knock on first of all.
So it's going to be French scrum. Let's head quickly to Matt Dawson again.
Yeah, it's been a tricky one for Scotland, because now they're looking at France thinking, well, France are just drifting across the field. They're just defending all the way, using the touchline, so they go to attack deep. And here you go, 1, 2 passes from Barclay, and all of a sudden the French have pressed in defence and have taken all their space away. And what comes with a good tackle, good pressure, turnovers.
Yes, indeed, that has been the tale in the way that France perhaps are going to sneak this game. 9 minutes to go. There, fans again making most of the noise. And the scrum goes down, and Wayne Barnes will say, do it again.
Feet went away. Those feet went away, both sides. I'll get you a little bit closer.
Gallic shrugs and crossed arms.
Come away, feet's gone away, both sides.
Oh, Scottish shrugs and crossed arms.
Doesn't look very happy, does he, Andy Robinson? Just, I think that's all the mistakes that they're doing.
So Julien Dupuis, the replacement
touch
scrum half, who's waiting to come on. Again, Aaron Roddick picks up at his leisure. There is Tranduk. Half bounces off the tackle. Bonner finds Dusautoir. Back to Boxis. Looks for touch, finds Stuart Hogg, keeps it in play. Hogg hammered by Rougerie, but frees himself.
Does well, doesn't he?
Counter-rucking by France, though, to steal it again in this dangerous position.
Very, very dangerous.
Bonner to Servat, and the tackle comes in, but half missed on Nicolas Mas.
Had to make the tackle, so it stopped the ball going wide. It did the job.
Still France threatening, though.
Yeah, no worries.
Time and territory against Scotland. There's Nally, replacement lock forward into Richie Gray. Boxis, Rougerie, Tranduk outside, but he goes wider to Malzieu. He gets it to Tranduk. Burrows through Graham Morrison. Quicker ball now for France. A little half fumble from Servat, but keeps it in his hands. Malzieu in there, hacking that ball free. Lionel Boxis plays scrum half. Dusautoir.
Half a step one, thank you.
In total control now, France. Field position, territory, forwards, Boxis or Tranduk will try and nail another one. Both back in the pocket. This isn't going anywhere to the back line unless they generate quick ball. Great defence by Scotland.
Balls out.
Still
with France, Pascal Papy.
I'm in way 6.
Good tackle, held up.
You've done enough.
Boxis is back again, look.
Sitting deep for the drop goal attempt again. Lionel Boxis takes it high, so couldn't drop goal, steps and stumbles into Scott Lawson.
He's still going.
Tackle was complete.
Yes. Penalty to Scotland.
Tackle was complete.
Well done, Scotland, holding out.
What stop, please?
There he is. Not the greatest of passes by the scrum half. Good chase.
So couldn't get back to his feet and keep on going. Wayne Barnes gives the penalty to Scotland, and Scotland are into the French half, and they have this line out. 5 minutes to go.
Yeah, and a converted try will still win this for Scotland.
They're going to have to try it from that position there. Morgan Parra is up, and Julien Dupuis is on. The Stade Francais scrum half replaces Morgan Parra. Scotland's line-out has to work first of all. Lawson finds Barclay again, who's been a rich source at the line-out. Rennie took man and ball at the same time, did well to keep it going. Pass is loose. scooped up eventually by Lee Jones, who comes back in field. Well, knock on, says Wayne Barnes, and France have the scrum. And we do have a streaker who's being booed. He's wrapped in the French colours, I hasten to add. But we're not going to show you him because it's not the watershed yet. He's actually making good progress up the touchline.
GPS.
He's broken the gain line, but he's been claimed by the stewards now.
Okay.
Let's hear from Chris Patterson again.
Yeah, it's a really important time in the match. Obviously 4 minutes to go, and I think what Scotland have to do is concentrate, build to the phases, try and get some territory, and play in the fact that France have only played one game in this championship, and they're quite a new side. There's a lot more continuity in the Scottish side, regardless of the changes that have been made. And I think we'll finish stronger. Sorry, Scotland will finish stronger, and I believe it's a cracking 4 minutes to come.
Again, what a mistake! An early engagement once again, and they'll call the scrum, then they'll have a penalty, then they'll kick the touch, then they'll have the throw in.
So France happily call for the scrum again. That French flag was delicately placed a moment ago.
Crouch. Touch. Pull. Early three.
Well,
Blue.
early hit this time from France, so Scotland free kick. The clock is ticking, but they have the ball, and they're just inside the French half. What can they do? Barkley's flung back by Aaron Nordicky, little half fumble from Cussiter, and that knock on. Well, a squeal of anguish from Al Kellock, and France have the scrum.
Could we remind all spectators to respect the players on the pitch and the Army Six Nations round remaining off the pitch at all times. Thank you very much.
And just there, I think Wayne Barnes saw the little knock on.
One stops.
And again, we're having a little bit of a break. Aaron Nordicky is requiring treatment. Once again, perhaps Scotland's last chance. It'll be French ball when we resume. But Aaron Nordicky and all the other French players know they've been in quite a match. And Al Kellock and all the Scottish players still believe they can win this one. Rossford, the captain, now off the pitch. Can only watch on. We're just about ready to go again. And Alistair Kellock is chatting to Wayne Barnes.
Scrum's been free kicks. Last three scrums been free kicks, so when we get there, we'll have a look. Watch on, please. Hold both sides. Crouch. Touch. Pause. Engage.
If France know where the clock is, they'll look to keep this close, might just march this scrum back a little bit, and they're waiting for a penalty now.
Yeah, and with Boxes now on the pitch, they will go for the penalty. There
it is, the penalty, and a scrum which is being outclassed in the final stages gives France the penalty and may well seal the victory for France. Right, man of the match time, Jonathan.
Well, I think it's, for me, it's been between three players: Stewart, Hogg, Dissatoir, but again, superb performance by the Scottish open side flanker. And my RBS man of the match is Ross Rennie.
Yes, he has had a very good championship, another very good game, but it'll be little consolation to him as it looks as if it's going to end on a losing side. As Lionel Boxis, the replacement fly half, lines up this kick. And a kick which would give France a 9-point lead. Well, it's wide. Scotland breathe again for a moment, but we're heading towards the final minute of the match.
Yeah, it's a poor miss by Boxes. You know, he's a prolific kicker. But now Scotland need to regather this. They have to regather this kick out. Got to go for it.
Up she goes. Whose hands will it find? Into Scott Lawson's eventually. Final throw of the dice for Scotland. And from deep they try and come. Morrison, Kellock.
And they'll try and force the error now.
DeLuca wide to Jones, takes it high and then sets off flying. Rougerie though, and Vincent Clair take him down into touch. Still time for the line out.
Yeah, one last line out.
What do you make of the performance from France, from Scotland today?
Well, I think France very lethargic, but again they just hit that switch and go up a couple of gears. They've become very dominant in the scrum, which has had a big influence on the game. Scotland again been fantastic, scoring tries, but just not enough. You know, that's the problem. Just not enough against this French side. And the problem they've had is the fact that they've given away too many knock-ons, handling errors, free kicks and penalties. So, you know, and that's lost momentum.
That's it. That's all they had to do. Secure that line out. Julien Dupuis puts it out. Wayne Barnes checks his watch. And the match is over. It is victory for France. Their second victory. They go on to that rematch with Ireland next weekend, and still unbeaten Scotland. A few smiles in there as well as the defeat, because they scored 2 tries and they performed very well.
They're going well, they're performing well, you know, but again they're scoring tries, but they're just not getting that W, and unfortunately that's what these players want. That'll give them more confidence than anything else.
And they have some individual players as well now that can offer some hope. We saw Lee Jones was bright, but of course Stuart Hogg.
Exactly, you know, the pack are going well. You know, Lee Jones on the wing is going well. Stuart Hogg had a great game. The back row, Denton, Rennie, even Richie Vernier when he came on. But collectively, they just haven't got, maybe when Blair went off, they lost that sharpness. They need that general kind of bossing from number 10. And at the moment, maybe because they're new caps, they just are not dominating games.